Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 1st of August 2022 and the market looks relatively better than the previous months. This is mostly to do with the announcement by the Fed last week about the interest rate, and a few weeks ago there were also two events, that is the Ethereum conference community and the Bloomberg crypto conference, that did actually temporarily bump the price of cryptocurrencies, mostly Ethereum, Ethereum Classic and Matic. Now, I do remember Ethereum Classic bumped up more than 50% over a period of 7 days. The big question that I would like to ask you guys today is, are stablecoins proving to be a safe haven? In fact, in today's episode, I'm also going to be asking 4 questions regarding stablecoins, and one of them has to do with RippleNet as well. We're also going to talk about a report from the Bank of International Settlement. It's more to do with the claims for international settlement. And could it have been better if these transfers and transactions would have been done purely with Bitcoin? Now, in today's episode, we're also going to be talking two not so good news about the cryptocurrency market. And looks like the impact of Terra Luna has had a dominant effect on other players too. We are going to be talking about Babel Finance and ZipMex, both of which are in deep trouble, and looks like both of them may be filing for bankruptcy, and customers associated with them might have lost a lot of money. And in today's episode, we're also going to be talking about a decentralized web plan. Now, is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? I really am not sure. But the plan is being worked by Harvard University and Filecoin Foundation. So definitely two heavy-duty players from the blockchain and cryptocurrency space who are getting involved in creating a decentralized or a distributed web plan. Regarding UAE, I have two news. The first one is about FTX exchange, and the news is that FTX wins full approval to operate a cryptocurrency exchange in Dubai. Now, this is massive news for Dubai and for the FTX exchange. We did cover FTX exchange back in March. I believe it was on the 17th of March. So in today's episode, when I'm going to be talking about FTX exchange, I'm going to be recapping the news that I covered on the 17th of March because it is extremely relevant. The second news is about Dubai Blockchain Center, which has had a partnership with Chaintech to foster blockchain technology in the GCC. And the Dubai Blockchain Center is located in the most iconic building in Dubai, that is the Emirates Tower. And I believe they're also connected to Area 2071. So welcome everyone, it's 18 here in Dubai and you're listening to Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes in the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well. News that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Gulf Standard Time from the cryptocurrency world. And every Fridays at 8 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, we also have a series called as Metaverse Everything, where we solely focus on Metaverse, so please check out those episodes as well. The format for Metaverse Everything podcast is completely different, and what I tend to do is I also publish a daily and weekly report via my LinkedIn profile. So what you can do is follow me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is in the show notes below. Or you can also go to my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com, and check through my blogs under the crypto blog section. Or you can also go to the Medium website and type in Blockchain DXB. So let's kickstart today's episode with the price of cryptocurrency. Now, to be honest, the 1st of August does look much better than the previous months, and the global crypto market cap is about the $1 trillion mark, and currently it is at $1.08 trillion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.30%. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is $70.08 billion. Now, to be honest, I am in Dubai and right now it is a Monday, but technically it is still the weekend in US, Canada, and pretty much most part of the world. So in that sense, the 24-hour volume is definitely much better. Usually on weekends, one thing that I've been noticing since the past 3 months or so, the 24-hour volume usually tends to hover between the $35 to $50 billion range. This time, however, it's gone up by almost $20 billion. That being said, since the last 24 hours, it is still down by 11.71%. Surprisingly, the total volume in DeFi has also gone up, and as of today, it is at $9.15 billion. Let me quickly have a look at the total value locked in DeFi. Now, I'm just looking at the website called DeFi Llama, and the total value locked in DeFi is at $90 billion. Now, 2 weeks ago when I looked at it, the total value locked in DeFi was hovering around the $84 billion, and that was for quite a number of days. At the start of the year, the total value locked in DeFi was $242 billion, so still a long way to go. But since the last 24 hours, it has definitely increased quite a lot. As a matter of fact, DeFi accounts for 13.06% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. The next thing is what worries me the most, that is the volume of stable coins. The volume of stable coins now is at $65.59 billion, but stablecoin accounts for 94.02% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. This is definitely not good, and I've been saying this quite often, especially since the last 2 weeks or so. The volume of stablecoin is low, and it also accounts for 92 to 94% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. This is not ideal. This just means that stablecoins and not Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are providing a safe haven during inflation. Now, one part of it is that stablecoins are actually acting as a safe haven because of the high volatility in the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Definitely not good. This is the time where Bitcoin should be acting as a safe haven, or maybe other cryptocurrency market in general. Stablecoins doing that is definitely not good. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin. The king of all kings, Bitcoin, is currently at $23,371. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally down by 1.31%, and since the last 7 days, it is marginally down by 2.28%. Ethereum, aka the first world computer, the price is $1,686, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.06%. Since the last 7 days, though, it is still up by 3.88%. Binance Coin has been doing ridiculously good. It is currently at $284, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.51%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 7.44%. So the entire cryptocurrency market is definitely having a much better start since the 1st of August. Now, since you've looked at the price of the cryptocurrency market, the big question is, are stablecoins turning out to be the safe haven during inflation? Now, the 24-hour volume of the cryptocurrency market since the last 3 months has been over 94%, certain cases over 95% so far as stablecoin volume is concerned, and that is definitely not good. In case if you do want to look at the slides on my LinkedIn profile, look at slide number 2. What I tend to do is I give a detailed breakdown of the DeFi volume, of the stablecoin volume, and the overall cryptocurrency market as well. What I've been noticing, especially since the last quarter of 2021, is that the 24-hour volume Circle USDC has been on an incline, and at the same time, the 24 volume of Tether USDT has been on a decline. And since the last 3 months in particular, what is really worrisome is not just the percentage that stablecoin accounts for of the total crypto market volume, but even the volume. The volume is ridiculously low. And one thing which I've been saying quite often is, this just makes a perfect use case for the central banks to pitch central bank digital currencies. On that note, the Bank of International Settlement, what they tend to do is they tend to provide reports pretty much every second or third day, and this has more to do with payments. They have provided another report which states that the bank's cross-border claims has risen by $1.4 trillion over the first quarter of 2022. Now, I'm not really sure what do they mean by claims. Is it these funds that the people are complaining about, or is there an ongoing issue? The report does provide real detailed and specific information. So the big question is, could these claims have been avoided to pretty much zero if the transfers were done by Bitcoin? There are two ways of looking at it. If it were done by Bitcoin, then the answer is yes, the question of claims does not arise. But the negative part of it is, what if the user loses their private keys? What if the funds are stolen? What if the private keys are stolen? And there are also a couple of scams wherein if you were to copy a person's public address, the public address automatically changes. These are scammers who are notoriously trying to change the public address too. So those are factors that need to be taken into consideration as well. Bitcoin can definitely reduce these claims, maybe by well over 80% or even 90%. Can stablecoins do that too? Stablecoins that are issued by Tether USDT, Circle USDT, and a couple of days ago someone asked me if anyone from UAE is planning to work on stablecoins. Now, if that happens, can these stablecoins reduce the claims? And most likely the answer could be yes. Again, at the same time, there are positives and negatives of using stablecoins too. I have few questions regarding stablecoins, 4 questions to be precise. Are stablecoins censorable? I'm pretty much sure that you've used stablecoins by now. The next question is, what is the main purpose of using stablecoins? Are you using stablecoins to be as a safe haven, or are you using it as a means of transfer? The next question is, can central bank digital currencies pose a threat to stablecoins? And the final question is RippleNet or XRP a threat to stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, and vice versa? Let's move on to next news, and this is to do with the narrative, not your keys, not your crypto. This is preached so many times by Andreas Antonopoulos, and looks like this is still relevant in pretty much each and every day of our life. There are 2 news that I'd like to talk about when not the keys, not your crypto is extremely relevant. Both of them are unfortunately negative and sad news. The first one is about Babel Finance. Now, Babel Finance has lost over $280 million in proprietary trading with customer funds. This report is published by an online publication called as The Block. So The Block has reported that Babel Finance lost 8,000 Bitcoins, 56,000 Ethereum in proprietary trading with customer funds, according to a restructure proposal deck that was obtained by The Block. So again, this whole narrative, not your keys, not your crypto, is extremely so relevant. And the firm is now seeking to convert hundreds of millions of dollars of debt into equity and raise more funds in a revolving credit facility. I really am not sure how many people have been affected by it, but definitely not a good look. And this is the problem. Whenever you're talking about entities that are managing your crypto, there is a central point of failure. And the article talks that Babel Finance property trading team's failed operations falls outside of the company's normal business, which has otherwise been running perfectly smooth with proper management and control. And this is according to the deck that The Block has received. Again, going back to the second line of Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper, the main benefits are lost if a central intermediary or entity is required to prevent double spending. There is a second news, and this is from a Singaporean-based exchange. So Finance Magnets has reported that ZipMex, a Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange, has also filed for bankruptcy protection in Singapore. And early in the month, they had suspended all withdrawals, citing market volatility and other uncertain conditions behind the move. This is the impact of Terra Luna's collapse, something which I immediately talked about back then, that the moment Terra Luna's collapse happened, there is going to be domino effects. A couple of weeks ago, we didn't even know about ZipMex, did not know about the conditions of ZipMex, and we did not even know about the conditions of Babel Finance. Is it possible that there are companies that are associated to Babel Finance and ZipMex that would also be going belly up? So absolutely critical and not a good situation for the customers involved. Let's move on to next news, and this is to do with democratizing open knowledge. So the news is that Harvard University and Filecoin Foundation are working on a decentralized web plan to preserve digital information. So the official information can be found out on Filecoin Foundation's official blog. Definitely a very great move. But if you go to the Filecoin Foundation webpage, they used a different word, but they put the right image. Now this is what I've been telling guys. The correct word is distributed, not decentralized. If you just go to Google, type in distributed and decentralized, you'd understand what I am talking about. What the image that they put, it is an absolutely correct image, but instead of decentralized, it should be distributed. Again, go through Google, type in distributed and decentralized, you would know what I'm talking about. So the whole idea is that they want to preserve digital information. And is blockchain technology a good use case for that? Remember, the information is only as good as the information uploaded into it, which also means that if a wrong information is uploaded, the wrong and incorrect information will stay onto the systems for the rest of eternity, and blockchain technology is immutable. And this particular partnership between Harvard and Filecoin Foundation, they are doing it in partnership with Library Innovation Lab. Now, Library Innovation Lab is a forward-looking group of thinkers and doers working in the intersection of libraries, technology, and law. I'm pretty much sure in the near future, there might be some similar startups. Looks like they're doing what Google did to books. Now, I remember when Google started, they started off with scanning each and every image, and look at things right now. The moment you want to find out absolutely any information, you directly go to Google. Can that same thing be transitioned into blockchain technology? I'm pretty much sure yes, but it might just take a little bit longer than expected. Let's move on to news about UAE. And the first news is about FTX Exchange. They have won full approval to operate cryptocurrency exchange in Dubai. I did cover FTX Exchange on the 17th of March. So now I'm just quickly going to run down what FTX Exchange is. I'm pretty much sure that you guys have heard of FTX Exchange by now. So let me just quickly run through what FTX Exchange is. The website is ftx.com, and they are a crypto derivatives exchange built by traders for traders. So you can buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, Binance, and index futures with low fees and up to 10x leverage. Sam Bankman-Fried is the chief executive officer and key person of FTX Exchange. He's quite known in the cryptocurrency market. Since the last 2 months, though unfortunately, he's been known for a lot of notorious reasons. Not necessarily notorious reasons, but he's trying to help these firms who have gone belly up because of the whole Terra Luna collapse. But the deal that he's making only benefits FTX Exchange. From a business point of view, I think it's an absolutely brilliant and genius move. But from the companies who are suffered, they might be absolutely loathing and hating Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, when I published the report on the 17th of March, his net worth was $24 billion. I'm pretty much sure it's gone down because since March, the cryptocurrency market has fallen down, and he's 30 years old. Back on 17th of March, FTX Exchange had got prior approval from Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, and back then Sam Bankman-Fried said, "It is an honor to be one of the first approved applications in such a specialized category, and we are excited to be able to introduce complex crypto derivative products with centralized counterparty, clearing to institutional markets." And FTX aims to be a key player in advancing the digital asset industry in countries that provide a robust regulatory framework while also operating with the highest security, risk, and investor protection standards. Definitely a great move for Dubai as well as for FTX Exchange. FTX Exchange did win a license in Dubai to open local headquarters, and they were planning to offer crypto derivative products to institutional investors in Dubai with new license. Back then, what I covered on the 17th of March was that they received a license under VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, the first and only digital exchange license from Dubai. And FTX planned to establish a regional headquarter in Dubai to offer crypto derivative products with centralized counterparty, clearing to institutional investors, and the license was issued under the prudential supervision. It also allowed FTX to operate within Dubai's test adapt scale virtual asset market model. And VARA has rigorous regulatory oversight and mandatory FATF, that is Financial Action Task Force, so compliance controls that are similar to the requirements of Tier 1 international financial markets. This is what I had covered on the 17th of March. And the news today is that FTX won full approval to operate crypto exchange in Dubai. The cryptocurrency services offered in Dubai will be handled by the FTX Exchange Free Zone Establishment, which is a subsidiary of FTX operating in the European and Middle Eastern markets. The company will build a regional headquarters in the city of Dubai. A subsidiary of FTX operating in Europe and the Middle East will facilitate product offerings in the region. So now FTX Exchange will begin offering services exclusively to institutional investors in Dubai through operating a digital asset marketplace. And in Dubai, there are a lot of institutional investors, a lot of celebrities and high net worthy individuals. So to be in this place in Dubai is if not one of the best times. And FTX exchange is also going to offer custodial services and facilitating traded services for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It will also offer access to derivatives. Balsam Danhak, who's the CEO of FTX Middle East and North Africa, he put out a statement stating, "Our license expands to retail customers as well. However, it will be gradual scale up to ensure that we approach the retail market within the guidelines set by the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, that is VARA." Now, he did not elaborate. Now, he did not mention if FTX Exchange plans to expand and seek licenses anywhere else in UAE or in the Gulf. Definitely a great move for the cryptocurrency industry, for Dubai and in UAE. And right now, there's a lot of competition in the region. You have Binance, you have Crypto.com, you have Kraken, which has set their foothold in Abu Dhabi, which just means from a customer's point of view, better services and cheaper quality. Let's move on to next news, and this news is about Dubai Blockchain Center and a partnership with Chaintech. Now let's look at what Dubai Blockchain Center is. I definitely have covered them at least a year ago. So the Dubai Blockchain Center brings together technologies, thought leaders, developers, investors and educators to Dubai. They are located in Area 2071, which is in Emirates Tower, one of the best buildings probably in Dubai. And the Dubai Blockchain Center was inaugurated by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, on the 15th of May 2018. So the Blockchain Center aims to bring together blockchain thought leaders, developers, investors and education. They organize free blockchain 101 awareness sessions in Arabic and English. They host use case focused events and demonstrations. They run blockchain and entrepreneurship competition. They support both public and private sector companies on blockchain technology and appropriate use case. And they have a partnership with Chaintech. Chaintech Labs Limited was only formed on the 17th of June 2022. It's a company registered via DIFC, that is Dubai International Financial Center. What is Chaintech? Chaintech is founded by a group of blockchain researchers and game developers from Stockholm, San Francisco, New York, and Dubai. And they are owner of more than 10 global NFT projects, over 1 million people under its community, and the token market cap is close to $1 billion. So Dubai Blockchain Center and Chaintech have shared objectives of serving the private and public interest. So definitely a massive news for Dubai. Dubai's Blockchain Center and Chaintech will foster blockchain technology in the GCC. They have partnered to foster long-term blockchain technology research and development for enterprises and government authorities in the GCC region. So one of the goals of this partnership is boarding of global enterprises and government authorities on the blockchain using private blockchain and smart contracts and tokens. So they have signed a Memorandum of Understanding. The Memorandum of Understanding formalizes the mutual interaction and strengthens the existing relationship between Dubai Blockchain Center and Chaintech Labs Limited as a strategic and working level. Eric Leidecker, who is the managing director of Chaintech Labs, stated, "We are honored and humbled to trust and support we have received from the Blockchain Center in leading all of the blockchain technology endeavors in the UAE and beyond. We are excited to be operating together with a partner like Dubai Blockchain Center in the most progressive and bold country in the world in terms of the incorporation and implementation of cutting-edge technologies across all industries." And Dr. Marwan Alzarouni, who is the CEO of Dubai Blockchain Center, has said, "Our objective is to support creators and innovators in the crypto and blockchain space. This is in line with Dubai Metaverse strategy, which was announced recently. Our cooperation with Chaintech Lab ensures us to tap into their community and create more opportunities for projects within the Metaverse and NFT space, as well as create, support and foster talent in Dubai, the UAE and beyond." So definitely absolutely massive news. And I'm pretty much sure in the next coming weeks or months, they might be having quite a lot of events explaining it to enterprises and governments the benefits of using blockchain technologies, NFTs, maybe even DeFi, and definitely Metaverse too. So that's all for today, guys, on the Crypto and Coffee update from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com, and you can also check out my website, that is area2071.com, that focuses everything about Metaverse. If you like listening to this, please follow this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next 30 minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kickstart the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we had Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by 2 news and information related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from the cryptocurrency world. I have one question by Ellie, who asks, what do you think of Ripple and its future? Now Ellie, personally, I am not at all a fan of Ripple. I do think that they don't need to exist at all, because at the end of the day, RippleNet is just a software. And are they a security? Based on the US laws on security, and strictly talking about the US laws, they are 100% a security, despite what crypto influencers or what the Ripple army says. It's pretty black and white. I am not a fan of RippleNet. That being said, it does not mean that RippleNet is not a good product. They actually do solve a lot of the problem. As a matter of fact, so far as transfer of funds is concerned, I do think that RippleNet is an excellent use case. And straight off the bat, Ellie, RippleNet is not a blockchain. So essentially, there are no blocks that are chained to the next block. So they don't use something like a blockchain technology. So this begs this question, why should you even have XRP? And personally, I don't think so. You need to have XRP. RippleNet will still work perfectly fine even without the cryptocurrency. It is essentially just a software. That being said, RippleNet does have a lot of benefits as well. They do have a lot of volume. If you look at the transfer and volumes down in RippleNet, the transfer is absolutely huge. And what I think, Ellie, in El Salvador, when President Nayib Bukele made Bitcoin a legal tender, even back then what I thought, rather than accepting Bitcoin as a legal tender, a perfect use case so far as remittances between the United States and El Salvador is concerned, RippleNet would actually have been the best option. Now, if you did really want to help people, or if you did really want to help El Salvadorians, RippleNet may have been the perfect use case. Again, I am not a fan of RippleNet. As a matter of fact, I'm a fan of Bitcoin. But that being said, in El Salvador, RippleNet would have been the ideal use case so far as only the remittances between the United States and El Salvador is concerned. Now, RippleNet does solve a lot of problems that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do not solve. Again, I'm not a fan of RippleNet. I really am not sure what the future of RippleNet is going to be, because right now there is a case going on between SEC and RippleNet. What I would really urge you to do, Ellie, is not to look at crypto influencers. They have their own self-motive. They cherry pick information and give you that information. If you do want to find out more information, listen to the entire court hearings. It is extremely long. It often goes on for days. If you're watching the sessions live on YouTube, some of them last for 8 hours a day. You can listen to it at maybe 2x the speed, 3x the speed. That is where you get information from the first source. Again, personally, I am not a fan of RippleNet. That being said, it does solve a lot of problems, especially so far as scalability is concerned. Even security, there's not been any major breach so far as RippleNet is concerned. Again, the question that I asked earlier in the episode today is, can RippleNet be a threat to stablecoins and central bank digital currencies and vice versa? Because if you look at it, central bank digital currencies and RippleNet kind of work in a similar way. RippleNet does pretty much everything that stablecoin intends to do, and RippleNet, they've been making partnership left and right. So my opinion on that, personal opinion, is I'm not a fan of RippleNet, but it does solve a lot of the problems that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies do not actually provide. So that's all for today, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. Also, please check out my other website, that is area27u1.com, that talks everything about Metaverse. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well. News that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a great one ahead. Bye-bye.